If you get back a little farther, I can help pull. Yeah. Come on, come on.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Wild Westy.
And I'm Stank. You're watching Stank TV. Let's go riding.
Welcome back to Stank TV. This is Area 51 MXGP Expert Class on my KTM 350. It's basically a 2-hour sprint. This is just a shortened video. They're rushing us here. Gabe was barely ready for the start.
Yeah.
Was a really fun day. I battled Nick Johnson behind me the whole race, and I crashed in the last lap. But yeah, check out this start, dude. Everyone's so close. That was Batman. Ben Bowen's up in front of me on the KX. Now he's on the left. Trying to make some passes early with an okay start. Went a little to the left there, and that was a huge kicker off that berm because the moto track goes to the right, so I had to check up there. And I get stuck behind this guy forever. You guys are going to see I could not get around this guy. I do end up having a pretty good ride. I can't remember what place I got, but made some money and just had a lot of fun. That guy right there was laying on his face. Sisty right here to my right. I accidentally jump off the track here. This was a little sketchy. Watch this. Landed off to the left there. Let's go, baby. There was an inside line there to the right. I wish I took it. It may have been faster. I ended up taking it later in the race, but I get stuck behind this guy for so long. So yeah, this is part of the Western New York Hare Scramble series. We do 4 races, all at like normal moto tracks, like Hogback and Max Area 51, Pavilion, and Sick Bros. And for the expert race, it's 2 hours, but there's a morning race that's I believe an hour and a half. Pit bikes and mini riders too, and quads. It's a lot of fun. You guys should come check it out sometime. It's like the fall series is what I call it. But always a lot of fun. Dirt weather is usually pretty fun. As you saw, he just got pretty wild in front of me, hit a root there, so I always took it easy there every single lap because I saw him get swirly. He hit something you couldn't see. You have to be careful here because I don't ride at this place very often, and there's all those leaves on the ground so you can't see stumps, so I was just trying not to hit something and go down because I don't know about you guys, but I've hit those going fast before, like stumps and hitting stuff. Yeah, you don't want to crash that way. At this point, I'm faster than these guys in all the tight stuff, but I just can't get around them. And then all the fast stuff, we're just close enough to the same speed that I just can't get around them. I end up giving myself arm pump because I was pushing hard trying to force my way around that guy. And yeah, I didn't regret it, but that just happens. I gotta do a better warm-up before the race. check out this crazy angle me making this pass. But what happened is my GoPro hit my handlebar, and then it was at that angle. Later it hit my bars to be in the middle position, and as you saw right there, it just fixed itself just by tapping my bars. This track had a little bit of everything. Some of the stuff we've ridden in years past, but they did have some different ways of running it. I think they did a great job this year. And check out these rollers. These were a lot of fun. This is a corner I ended up losing, I think, third place in because I touched that stake with my front brake going around the corner, trying to protect the inside last lap. And of course, if you're turning into brake, you're going to crash. So. Check out where I try to stay smooth. Look, I'm off to the right here throughout this whole section, trying to stay out of all that rough stuff. I skipped ahead a little bit. Here's that moto track, as you guys know, Area 51. It was pretty windy, so it was a little awkward, especially you can see how the dust is flying. Yeah, it was awkward. The wind picked up too throughout the race. So, as you saw when the camera was messed up, I made that pass on the KTM in the air, and I don't see anybody else yet in front of me, so I'm just over here pushing. I saw someone go over the jump there, but, so I'm just pushing to try to catch them at this point, but I don't really see people in front of me. This is Area 51's like night cross pit bike track they have. It's pretty sweet. Probably be awesome for a pit bike race. I've never done it, but I've always wanted to. Nothing really exciting happened, so I skipped ahead here. This is just one of my favorite moto sections on any of the moto tracks that I've ridden. Just coming and jumping out of these trees is so much fun. Nice little line there, tucked to the inside. I always like this little downhill section. You stay off to the side, avoid the bumps. It is a little slick in this section here, but check out these lines going up this hill. You can go anywhere. Here's that tight section again. I just like this section. It has some good flow through it. There you saw Nick Johnson right behind me. He was behind me the entire race at this point on. I end up barely making it over this jump here and almost endoed on one of these laps. It was pretty sketchy. It wasn't this one, it was the next lap. I think we were battling for 4th place actually, and I ended up 5th on the day because I crashed, like I said, hit that stake with my front brake lever. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever battled an entire race with someone, I've had it happen multiple times in this fall series over the years, but damn, is it, like, makes your heart race when you're just pushing the entire time because someone's right behind you. I kind of skip in between coming up the rest of this video, just when I'm riding and you can't really see anything but track. Sometimes that might be boring, so I wanted to make sure it was exciting. So you're just going to see me passing lappers and sections that I think were, you know, cool parts of the track, like right here. This was his girl cheering him on from behind. He was right behind me there. And then, you know, another lapper right here. And just enjoy the footage. It's pretty cool racing. Got a couple good line choices coming up here, like this one, and it gets real tight. Here we go into some crazy lap traffic. This guy got right out of the way. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thought there might be a cool line there. I saw some other tire tracks, but there's some big logs in there and branches facing backwards, so I never hit that again. Those were other people cheering him on. This is like his local, closest place for him to ride, so he had a couple friends and family out here, so that was cool. Trying this inside line here. It was okay. I don't know if it was really fast or not, but he couldn't get on the inside of me, so, and this was pretty technical here. He's still right behind me at this point, as you're going to see. I looked back a few times in this video just to see if he was still there. There he is again, lurking in the background like a shark. Thank you, sir. This section got some pretty deep ruts in it, but it was a lot of fun. I think the technical parts of the track I always really enjoy. This might be the lap I come up short. Listen to me, I might hit the red one super hard. Yeah, that was super sketchy. I came up short and got kicked almost over the bars and sideways. That's not what you want to have happen. I thought that lapper was going to come over into me. I was glad he was able to hear me.
Thank you.
I ended up getting about an hour and 40 minutes of footage for you guys before my GoPro battery died, but I condensed it down to this, I don't know, 28-minute video, whatever this is, because it's just more action-packed and I want you guys to enjoy. And if you do enjoy, leave a thumbs up. I appreciate it. That was that inside line I was talking about earlier. You're going to see him again to my right, coming through these trees, still right behind me. Right there. Hunting me down. This track had some cool split lines, and yeah, it just made for some good racing. It just, some of them were so equal in speed, the split lines, that it was still hard to get around someone. But back onto this moto track. As you just saw to the right there on the moto track, that was third place, was in front of me. He was on a Husky 252 stroke, I believe. Some real tight switchback. This part of the track was fun and technical. I enjoy that stuff. I get real close and personal with this guy. Check it out. Coming up on lappers on this section, going up the technical hill. This was a pretty slippery section. As you saw right there, I almost just fell. A lot of hidden roots and rocks there that are almost the same color as the dirt, but that was a nice line by me there too. Sneak it up by that stump. We've been going up over that hill for so many years. It's funny, every year, obviously, it gets worse and worse. It's always fun, though. And you can hear, he's still right behind me. This guy also did not want to let me by. I was like, come on, man. This is just like, you could have just let me by there, all these spots, and whatever. Found my way around one way or another. Coming up on more lappers. This was about midway, maybe a little after midway of the race. I wanted to double these, but I couldn't with how all the lappers work. Excuse me, tight little squeeze between the two, and then check this out, I hit my nut so hard. Oh my gosh, I run an IMS tank and I just smashed him. Yeah, that was a close call, almost crashed, but I don't know if it was worth the save with the punishment I got right there. No problem this time over these jumps. I want to hit this triple, but I never have. But I've also never done any moto practice at Area 51, so I've never had time to really try it. All I've ever done with these GPs where you don't do a parade lap or anything, it's just a race, so you can't really blame me for that. But I do want to try it for sure. You're gonna see here I get by this lapper, and then I just hunt the next couple in front of me, and you'll see we just close in on them. As I'm watching the footage back, that was double arrowed stakes, so technically I could have gotten penalized for that. I didn't notice that they were completely set parallel with each other, the stakes. That means you have to go between them like you just saw those stakes there. A lot of times they're not completely parallel with each other, so that just means you have to be within 20 foot of them. And that's what I thought they were, but that's my bad. There he was, right behind me again, stalking me. And I really wanted to get by these guys before the wood section, but I just wasn't close enough.
Thank you. Thank you.
I never really enjoyed that last section. It just doesn't have much flow to me, but I'm trying to get by these lappers as fast as I can and hoping that they hold up Nick behind me, but it never seemed to happen. He was always right there. I had a pretty nice line through there to avoid those stumps and roots and slippery stuff. Same with coming up this, just launch up that hill. He's still right there. You might not have seen him, but when I was racing, I could see him. And this is almost the end of the GoPro video footage. Again, this was about an hour and 37 minutes into the race when my GoPro died, so that's not too bad, but I got a new DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro that should last 4 hours. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I have a ton of good footage coming your way. As always, I appreciate you, and leave a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Peace.
If you get back